Welcome back to another episode of The Heart of Local, where we highlight local providers doing awesome things in their community. And today's guest is Dr. Balter with WFMC Health. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so looking forward to learning more about you, and maybe just start with a little background. Like, what's your educational background, and how did you end up at WFMC Health?
Sure. I went to, I'm from Texas. I was born in Belarus, but I went to Texas for school and all my education. I did undergraduate at the University of Texas in Austin. And after that, I took some time off and I went and I got into medical school in San Antonio. So moved down the highway there a little bit. So I did med school there, and then I joined the Navy, I think in the first half of my med school year, and ended up coming out to San Diego for residency. So I basically spent time there in the Navy, and then I got out of the Navy last year, 2024, not last
Okay,
year.
and you ended up in Oregon.
Yeah, so I came out here to do I came out here to do a locums job, and this is the first place that I did a locums job, and maybe the last place I did a locums job. So yeah, I didn't take. I basically came on here. I tried to do another locums job somewhere else, and came back here because I liked it.
What do you really like about Oregon so far?
I know people don't agree with this most of the time, but maybe they do if they live here. Is I actually really like the weather and the seasons. I lived in California for one part of my life and Texas for another part of my life. And Texas has four seasons, but it's hot and for 6 months of the year. And then California was great. It was the same weather every single day. And a lot of people from Oregon are like, why would you move here from San Diego to Oregon? But it's nice and green here. I don't know why you wouldn't want the green. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's awesome. So
Yeah.
tell me a little bit more about your role at WFMC Health and what you provide.
Yeah, so I got hired here to do full scope family medicine, and it's pretty hard to find a job that actually does full scope family medicine these days. So you end up getting roped into doing certain ages or certain things, and I get to do everything here, so it's great. I get to do all ages. I get to see all ages. I get to participate in the clinic's growth. I get to do procedures. Hopefully, I get to start doing OB in the future as well. And so, yeah, it's great. It's exactly what I was looking for, and it's really similar. I didn't like being in the Navy so much as far as doing medicine, but I did like that we get to do full scope. And now I get to do full scope with patients who have more health needs, and that feels really good to fulfill those health needs, especially here.
Right. So all ages, full scope, just gives you a lot of variety, I
It
guess.
gives a lot of variety. Yeah,
Yeah.
specialized in nothing.
Right. So just curious, do you speak any other languages besides English?
Yeah, I speak Russian. I came to the United States when I was 6. My Russian is a little rusty, but I've had some Russian patients here, and I still have a translator, but I usually can get by speaking with them. So that's my other language, and
Right.
slowly learning more Spanish through understanding, but never taken any formal classes.
That that's great. As you think about your journey into healthcare, was there like like when did you first know that you wanted to be in healthcare, and was there anybody that kind of shaped that decision leading into it?
That's a good question. Yeah, I had a lot of forks in the road during college. So I came in wanting to do engineering, and then didn't like math so much, and then tried to do law, and then didn't really like arguing so much. So yeah, then I decided to do culinary school, and I think medicine was just something that felt right when I was going to culinary school, and I kind of went with my gut. And I like it. I really enjoy it. I still can't think of what else I would do. And so I enjoy the human aspect of it. Um, and I enjoy the challenges and the puzzles that come my way.
Was there any one like person that inspired you to kind of stay in medicine once you started feeling that that was the right place to be, or just kind of fall into it?
No, I mean, I think the interesting thing with medicine is it takes so much effort to get where you are after you're done with medical school that I think it takes a lot of guts to get out of it, and you really have to not like it to get out of it at that point because you've put so much of yourself into it at that point. So I don't think anything's keeping me in. I mean, I thoroughly enjoy it, and I like where I've gotten to go with it, and yeah, I think it's a good lifestyle, and it's nice to help out. It's nice to help out the community. I don't really live in Salem, but it still feels like it's part of my community because I've been kind of living on and off here for since last year, so it's pretty nice.
That's great. So when a patient comes in and sees you and then leaves the appointment, how do you want them to feel when they leave, when they're done?
I want them to feel taken care of and listened to. So I don't want them to feel like neglected or I want them to feel that they were heard. I want them to feel that their problems matter, and I want them to leave thinking that that's going to happen the next visit too.
What do you what do you think most people are looking for? As your full scope, you get to treat all ages. What do you think they're looking for as a provider?
I mean, I don't know. I think everybody's looking for different things. So we have so many people that we see all the time, and kids are looking for not to get their shots, and adults are looking also not to get their shots these days. But I think people are looking for compassion, and people are looking for human connection, and I think people are looking for some patience and somebody that really, somebody that's there for them and present for their medical journey, whatever that may be.
Would you say you have any specific superpower or strength when it comes to treating your patients?
Well, superpower or strength? I don't know. I don't think so.
That's all
I think
good.
I think I do a good job.
Yeah.
I think most patients leave pretty happy, and it was nice coming out of the Navy to hear, and people are asking me to be their primary care provider because they just really needed somebody, and now I can actually fulfill that role and be their primary care provider. So yeah, it's kind of nice, kind of building a patient panel, and these people become your family after some time.
Yeah, so speaking of family and kind of how that makes you feel, is that one of the favorite parts of your job, or would there be other things that you just like really love on a day-to-day basis?
I've been here for since January of last year, and I really like seeing a lot of the same people over and over again. So I think my favorite thing is having built a panel. Like I haven't built the panel yet, but I have people that are really part of like who I see regularly, and I enjoy that. I think that's it's fun to just you get in there and you can talk to them about their personal life and you can chit chat a little bit, um and they can leave feeling like they had a just a good like personal encounter, not just like a doctor's visit. Yeah, I like the idea of family medicine where you can see people longitudinally for a long time. Um, and I haven't like I was in the Navy, so you can't really do that. I got glimpses of it, so hopefully I can do that here.
Yeah. When on hard days, what are things that keep you going?
On hard days, what are the things that keep me going? Knowing that I'm going to go home at the end of the day.
Fair enough. So let's switch a little bit into just kind of like a little bit more about you personally, like helping people understand who you are as a person. What kind of hobbies or interests do you have out when you go home at the end of the day, and what do those look like?
Yes, I just got married in November, and now we're expecting our first kid. So and we there's just a lot of stuff in my personal life. We bought a house back in May. And we have 5 acres, so yeah, there's it's fun going home. We have a bunch of chickens and 4 cats and 2 dogs and lots of green space. So I used to have a lot more hobbies than I do now. I think they've all kind of turning into farm work and doing stuff around the house. But I was an avid cyclist, and I did triathlons for a long time. I've done 2 half Ironmans, and I think health is just a really big part of my life in general. Health and eating well and feeling good, and I think that's what I would like my patients to kind of pick up on as well. I think leading by example is super important. So yeah, I mean, I think my hobbies are mostly around doing things at home now and trying to get back into doing more sports. I'm doing 100 push-ups every day now since the beginning of the year, so that's fun.
Is the Ironman Salem in your future?
Not in the near future, but maybe. I mean, it's right here, so I don't know if I ever have time to train again like I used to. Because I live in Oregon City, so I have to take that into account. But maybe I can start riding my bike from work to home.
That'd
Keep
be a good
training.
test. Switching back to WFMC Health a little bit, what does it mean to be part of the team at WFMC Health, and yeah, what does that look like for you?
It's really it's an important place to work. I think it's you look at the patients that we take care of here, and you look at the community that we're part of, and you look at like how Dr. Galvez talks about the clinic and her and how she's part of the community, and I think being here as a permanent primary care doctor is part of being part of um, the hardworking people of this area and Salem specifically. And I really appreciate that. I think that's, we're taking care of people who are definitely underserved and who definitely need medical attention. And it there's just a source of like feeling good about your work after you leave here at the end of the day. And so I think it's important. It just feels good to be part of this organization that really feels like it has its ethics going in the right direction. Whereas I think a lot of things are about money. It doesn't feel like that here. It feels like it's more about the individuals and the people who work here, and definitely the patients.
That's great. Would you just in closing, would you have anything else to share about working there, or just patient care, or your focus?
I'm looking forward to how this place is going to evolve over the next few years. I think we have a great group of people working here now who really care about this place and making it as good as they can using the skills that they have. So, me personally, it sounds like Dr. Balmer, who used to be part of this clinic for a long time, used to do all the procedures and was really kind of well known. My name is only one letter difference, so I'd like to kind of follow in his footsteps a bit and start doing more procedures. So we're gonna start doing vasectomies here in March, and hopefully that's just the beginning of our procedures.
That's great. Well, Dr. Balter, thanks so much for sharing your story with us, and we look forward to telling that story. So thanks again for joining us.
Thanks, Tim.